Good morning, I'm Coach Mac. Welcome back to Coaching Math. Today we're going to work on adding fractions with like denominators and subtracting fractions with like denominators. Okay, just a little review for those of you that may be kind of new to doing fractions. Okay, there are two parts of a fraction. The top part is your numerator and the bottom part is your denominator. Those are the two parts. We'll be working on fractions today in which the denominators are the same. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the first two. I'm going to give you the first two problems we're going to work out. Going to be as follows. Going to be 2/12 plus 3/12. Okay, you have one problem on the top and one problem on the bottom. The denominators are the same. The first thing you're going to do, you're going to add the numerators. Right? You may want to write this down, because I'm going to go over the answer. Now I'm going to show you how to do it, the first two. Okay, this is how the answer should look. Okay, I'm just going to kind of read the first one. 2/12 plus 3/12. Okay, the same as 3 plus 2/12. It's going to give you 5/12. 5/12. Now, of course, you can see the bottom. Okay, the second one. I will give you 2 questions per card. 2 questions per board. 2 questions per board. I'm going to give you time to write the next one down. You can go and write these 2 questions down. 4/8 plus 3/8, this is the first one. And 2/7 plus 3/7 is the second one. And here's how your answer should be set up for both questions. Okay. The next problem is going to be, the next problems, and go ahead, take time to write it down. Take time to write it down. Try to work them out yourself. And now I'll give you answers. Four sevens plus 2 sevens, same as 4 plus 2/7. Answer going to be 6/7. And the second answer you see, second one you see at the bottom. Remember I said it was 2 per board, 2 per board. Next one's going to be 5/15 plus 11/15. 5/15 plus 11/15 and 4/12 plus 9/12. 4/12 plus 9/12. Take your time to write it out. And these two, both of your answers are going to be mixed. you're gonna have mixed answers. Okay. The first one, 5/15 plus 11/15. When you add it together, you got 16/15. So you can't leave it at 16/15 because the problem is not complete. The answer would be 1 and 1/15. The bottom one, 9 plus 3 is 13. 13 and 12 be 1 and 1/12. Two 6 plus 3 6 and 3 9 plus 4 9. Go ahead and take some time to work it out. And here are your answers. The last set for adding fraction with like denominators going to be 5/6 plus 1/6 and 5/10 plus 2/10. Write it down, take time to work it out. Now one thing, if you end up with a answer that's where the denominator and the numerator both are the same, it'll always come out to be 1. Like 9 9ths, 10 tenths, all the same as considered as a whole. So, having said that, your answers are going to be 6 6, which equals 1. 5/10 plus 2/10 going to be 7/10. That concludes adding fractions with like denominators. Very shortly we'll go into subtracting fractions with like denominators. But before we go into that, I'm going to hit what I used a number here at the beginning of the lesson is the word of the day. The word of the day is obedience. The word of the day is obedience. Obedience, you should learn to begin, the road to learning obedience should begin at home. Taught by mother, father, grandparents, whoever the guardians might be. That's where obedience should begin, in the home. And if you're being taught in the home how to behave, you should, when you come out, you should not change. You should be, you should walk in an obedient way as well. Children need to listen to good examples and model after them. If you're getting good examples at home, you need to model after those examples. And then when you come out outside the 4 walls, you need to behave yourself in such a manner as not to bring shame upon your parents, your guardian, or any other adults. Let's talk about rules. Obedience and rules. Obedience and rules kind of tie together. For example, when you leave home in the morning, young man, young lady, and you get on the bus, there are rules that the bus drivers have. Some of the rules that the bus drivers have are rules that he or she himself implemented. Some of the rules are rules that were implemented by the administrators and people that are in charge of transportation. Everybody has a boss. When you get on the bus, you should obey the rules. Did you know that you shouldn't be throwing loud noises on the bus? Or you shouldn't be throwing articles back and forth or screaming on the bus? Or fighting on the bus? You know things that you shouldn't be doing, then you should not do those things. You should conduct yourself in an obedient manner. You know that while you're on the bus, it's a safety hazard for you to be getting out of your seat, unless it's an emergency. Then once you get on that bus, unless it's an emergency, you should always remain on your seat and don't get out of your seat. And remember to do as told by the bus driver. At school, you have rules that govern the school, and then there are rules that govern the classroom. Okay, again, school have rules that govern the everyday operation, and the teacher have her own set of rules as well. The teacher's rules, however, the teacher knows that her rules cannot conflict with the school rules. Again, everyone has a boss. So teachers, coaches, they all have to be obedient, just like you have to be obedient to the teachers. They have to follow the rules set by the administrator. The administrator, in turn, have rules that are set by Board of Education. Everyone has a boss. Don't think you're the only one that has a boss. Someone telling you what to do. Everyone has someone telling them what to do. And any time we choose not to do what our boss tells us to do, there's a possibility we can lose our job. So at school, you have rules that govern the school, and the teachers have rules that govern the classroom. You should obey all those rules. Become familiar with those rules and obey those rules. Because you did not take the time to become familiar with the rule, if you break a rule and you get a write-up for it, the fact that you've been in school 5 months and you still don't know the rule is not a good enough excuse. So learn the rules and be obedient to the rules. Obey. Obey your parents. You may think you know more than they do, but I guarantee you don't know. Your parents have been places that they hope that you know they have to go. They've experienced things that they hope that on your journey as a young person, you wouldn't have to even go. So obey your parents. Obedience is very important. Someone has to step up, young people, and do that which is right. It's much easier for you to walk into class and just be disruptive if everybody else is being disruptive and just become a part of the crowd. But someone has to step up and do that which is right. Obey the rules. Obey the rules. Whether you like the rules or not, you should obey the rules. Follow the instructions given by your teachers and your coaches. Remember to honor the authority of adults. Make a difference. Obey the rules. Be obedient. Be a good example. In the end, you always come out a winner. So be obedient. Now we're going to go into our fraction problem where we're subtracting fractions with like denominators. Again, if you're just stepping into the video at the second half of it, you need to look at this picture here. It points to which one is the denominator and which one is the numerator. Now we're going to go into our subtracting fractions with like denominators. First one is going to be 15 20ths minus 10 20ths and 10 20ths minus 7 20ths. Let's write it down first. We'll give it a little bit of time to work it out. Hope everybody having a nice day today. Today is March the 1st, 2011. Beginning of a new month. This year is already 2 months old. And time does pass by pretty fast. The month of end of February has been a month of quite a bit of storms, hurricane warning, flash flood warnings, really tough weather. Seems like it's coming kind of early this year. So I advise young people to be careful, and even during weather situations, obey authority. In dangerous situations, do what they tell you to do. Okay, the answer is going to be as follows. 15 20ths minus 10 20ths. 15 20ths minus 10 20ths is going to be 5 20ths, which is going to be reduced to 1/4. And answer for the second one is below. Twelve sixteenths minus 4 sixteenths. 12 sixteenths minus 4 sixteenths. And 9 sixteenths minus 6 sixteenths. Write it down, work it out. And your answer as follows. Now I want to write the answer down. All right, go back and look at the video. Three sixths minus 1/6. 7 eighths minus 4 eighths. Write the question down, initial first. Give you time to work it out before I pop the answer up there. In life, in life we go through different conflicts. Sometimes things occur that we don't expect. I've been youth coach for about 16 years. I've coached middle school, and I had a situation a while back where I had several people weren't very happy with me because their children didn't get to play as much as they would like them to play. And I explained to the leaders, the parents, that coaches have authority just like you have authority as a parent at home. I have a certain way I operate. You know, I'm going to do at certain parts of the game what I think is best for the team. And I'm not very concerned about whether they like it or not. And so I said basically, I'm the coach, I make that decision, and I stick with that decision. And so sports is supposed to be a team sport, not about an individual. Everybody's not going to always be happy. No, you can't make everybody happy all the time. And you, as a coach, if you try to make everybody happy, you're going to be miserable doing something you enjoy. And that's why a lot of people, even on youth sports, they get frustrated and they stop coaching because they give into the pressure of maybe one or two parents. But I've been coaching youth sports for 16 years. I've coached middle school. I'll be coaching high school very shortly. Once I certified with my college to high school coaching. And I have a very, very firm stance on it. Parents parent kids at home. Coaches coach kids at school. I know it's what people don't like it, but it doesn't really matter. There comes a time in life that you have to stand up for what's right, no matter the odds against you. You have to learn that everybody has a responsibility. Even if they don't like the rules, they should respect the rules because the individual that's in charge is the individual that's running the operation. We're going to continue. The answer is Do you sometime, there you go, write it down. Do you sometime as a young player feel like if you get 9 minutes in the game that you should have 15? Well, you know what, I'm sure every player on the team, especially in basketball, maybe not in football, because football gets real rough at times and people get hit, and sometimes players get soft and don't want to go back out. But I say for the most part in basketball, in baseball, even soccer, every player wants to be out there playing every minute of the game. And it's just not possible. Part of life is learning as a young person that things are not always going to go your way. You're going to have disappointments in life. You're going to think that it should have been this way, but it's this way. And you have to learn to make adjustments. That's a part of being obedient too, making adjustments. I mean, you can take the attitude that you're only getting like 12 minutes to play the game, that you're going to go out there and just give 50%. But you hurt the rest of the team, and then it tells something negative about your character. So your character is very important. So learn to be content with what you're doing and give yourself time to build up to the next level. The answer is okay, 5 15 minus 3 15, and 9 tenths minus 4 tenths. Write it down. Work it out. As you're working that out, young man, young lady, I want you to think about this. Goals. Do you have goals in life? Do you write your goals down? Okay. Let me tell you something about something very serious about goals, or visions, what some might call it. No one should be more excited about your goals than you. It's very important to understand that. That when you make up your mind, you become determined that you have some goals that you're going to set. Okay? I'm going to tell you, if you think that everybody you talk to is going to be happy for you, or they're going to believe, they're going to clap hands and say, you know what, hey, Dave or Jeff, go for it, you can be good at it, you know, you can make this goal, and you can make this goal. If you expect everyone to feel happy about it and be motivated about it, like you are, I'm going to tell you something before you get into that. Before you become very disappointed, I'm going to tell you that's not going to happen. It doesn't happen, won't happen for you as a youth, a young person. It sure doesn't happen for people as adults. On every level in society, there are people who have a problem with seeing other people progressing, have a problem seeing other people's goals being met. So when you decide that you have some goals in life to make, you got to make up your mind that it doesn't matter who doesn't believe you can make it to this goal. You got to believe it yourself. Those that are willing to trust with you, hold on to them, cling to them, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate them, tell them how much you appreciate their encouragement. But there are people who are not going to encourage you to meet your goals. Because i.e. one reason, they don't have an ambition themselves. 2, they become jealous of what you're trying to do. Or 3, they simply don't care one way or the other. But you, when you start to make some goals, make some things happen, you got to put it in your heart, you got to believe it, you got to work at it, and not get so caught up into who's going to support you. You've got to understand you have to be the driving force behind accomplishing any goal that you have in life. And whatever you do, never give up. Never let give up being an option. That's why I cringe sometimes when parents come to me and say, oh, well, Joey, I'm going to let Joey going to quit football, or Joey going to quit baseball because things not going Joey's way. I never taught my kids how to quit. When you start a pattern of quitting, whatever you do, quitting becomes a pattern. it becomes easier and easier and easier. The same thing with goals. As you begin to set little goals, and you find yourself not completing goals, and you find yourself quitting goals, quitting when a challenge comes, that will become a pattern, and that will be the story of your life. Jerry the quitter. Jerry the quitter. Don't be a quitter, be a closer. See, a closer starts and he finishes, he closes the deal. That's what you're going to do. So when you set out, don't let no one discourage you from your being able to accomplish your goals in life. No matter how young you are, they may look at you and say, well, what makes you think you can accomplish this? You got to believe in your heart that you can accomplish the goals that you set. But ensure that the goals that you set are reasonable goals. Ask your parents, ask different ones, what they think about it, adults or whatever. And even if they don't particularly think you can meet that goal, it doesn't really matter. Because when you put in your heart to meet a goal, you are going to do all you can to make sure that that goal gets completed. The answer is up to 5/15 minus 3/15. The answer to 9/10 minus 4/10 is above. I talk to people a lot about that, about goals, and because it's just that sometimes I've seen young people, older people, I've even seen Christian leaders get discouraged. I've seen coaches get discouraged when they don't have people backing them that they thought had their back. Well, it's probably the most challenging of all for a teacher or be a coach or you as an individual when you thought you had friends that were backing you up and really wanted to see you progress in life, and all of a sudden you found out that they wasn't as real as you thought they were. It might make you as a young person for a few minutes want to crawl in the corner. Want to crawl in the corner and just put something on your head, and because you don't believe that, man, I thought these guys were with me. But somewhere down the line, they disconnected themselves from you because you had goals, you had clear-cut goals, and you were taking steps to meet those goals. And sometimes when you're meeting your goals, people become frightened. Sometimes when you're meeting your goals, people become frightened, and people that say they're your friends kind of shy away from you. And it could be a hurting feeling for you as a young person. Somewhere in your life, you're going to experience someone walking away from you that you thought you can trust. And that's going to be a moment in your life that you're going to remember what I'm about to tell you right now before I go to the last question. It doesn't matter. Let them go. Because if they really, really want to see you meet your goal, consider that your goal is something that's attainable, not something that's stepping on other people, not something that hurting other people. As a personal goal to improve an area. If they really have a problem with that, let them go. Because eventually, they'll hinder you from reaching your goals. $20 25th minus 15 25th, and 17 25th minus 10 25th. So you have to be the kind of young person, or maybe an adult, listen to this, okay? You got to be the kind of person that understands that your goals in life, for you to accomplish those goals in life, they got to be more important to you than those goals of anyone else. At my age, it doesn't bother me very much if someone doesn't think I'm going to accomplish something, because I'm going to go anyway. Okay? Right now I'm working on my master's degree, and it doesn't matter if the person feels happy for me or doesn't be happy for me. It doesn't matter. It'd be nice to someone, man, you did a great thing. Go ahead and finish it. That's good. That's cool. But it doesn't matter. People who don't want to see you accomplish your goals. Friendship is not that important. for you to feel that you can't meet your goal because someone that you call your friend telling you you can't make it. You never make it. Well, that individual friend, now some people tell you that individual was never a friend. I won't tell you that. In many cases, that may be true. In many cases, that's not true. The fact of the matter is, can your friend be your friend when you're getting better? Can your friend be your friend when they see you accomplish your goals? Can your friends still look at you the same way and admire you? Can they admire you for your accomplishment, or do they become jealous and envious? You got to understand that people change, and nothing you can do about people changing. The only thing you can control is you. That is it. You can control, you can have self-control for you. You can have ambition for you. You can have motivation for you, but not for anyone else. So, when you finally find those things that you want to do in life, go for it. Let nobody hinder you. The answer to the last one is going to be as follows. And that concludes Coach Math's segment on adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator. I hope you learned something. Hope you continue to study. I hope you're one of those students who get an A in math. I hope you're one of those students that get an A in when doing fraction problems. If you go to YouTube, I have a lot of fractions, a lot of different fractions problems. I have converting I have a lot. If you just go to coaching math, you see all the math classes I have. Okay, and I'm constantly updating them. So you have no reason why you can't do good in fractions. Okay. May God bless you and have a wonderful day.